I've been making wigs now for over 20 years. I did a degree in makeup special effects theatre work. So I made wigs for lots of different shows on the West End and actually Broadway as well. I used to work on Evita, Hairspray, Priscilla. I've worked on lots of famous wigs. So for instance, Kylie, Barry Humphries when Dame Edna wigs, and also Richard Harris as Dumbledore, the beard, the very famous Dumbledore beard.
Louise Rinaldi made a name for herself by creating imaginative and flamboyant hairpieces for stage and screen. But since moving from London to Melbourne with her husband 10 years ago, her focus has shifted from designing wigs that stand out to ones that blend in.
When I came here, I decided to set up my own business, working a lot with private clients with alopecia, sometimes going through chemotherapy. I always liken it to getting a bespoke suit. You'd have a consultation, would have a chat about what you're looking for. They'll show me photos of what their hair was if they've lost their hair, so we'll look at that. Then we'd do a measurement and template. So it's like do a mould of your own head, take some measurements, photographs, so it's exactly tailored to you. So it's not a one-size-fits-all elastic piece.
To make her wigs look as realistic as possible, Louise orders real human hair from overseas suppliers.
So people sell their hair and they go to hair merchants. That's a separate industry where they'll sell their hair. They'll buy the hair from all across the world. Human hair has hair cuticles, like little scales on the hair shaft, all the way down. So you can get hair where they take all those cuticles out, strip that down, and then they can dye it really easily, white or blonde. I don't use that type of hair because it's not the same as on your head. It isn't as strong. It's also shinier, which lots of people love, and it's a great product. But for private clients, you want it to match their hair and the texture they have. So I use unstripped hair, so it hasn't been stripped away or dyed. Then once I receive the hair, I basically hand tie, not one hair at a time, but about 3 hairs at a time into the wig. The time it takes is very dependent on what the design is. So it can take anywhere from sort of 40 to 60 hours of work. With a blonde, I'll often put like a shadow root, so a darker root on before I make it, so it's not flat. Because it's also really important not to have one colour. You need to have it a little bit lighter at the front, just so it gives it some depth. You know, I'd never send anyone away with a wig that they weren't happy with. So often it's a bit of adjustment where we'll add some lowlights or highlights, or make it thicker or lighter if it's too much hair. So the density is very much completely tailored to what the client needs. What's rewarding about working with private clients as opposed to doing work within the entertainment industry is that you change someone's lives. You really make someone who didn't want to go out of their house, they're not feeling comfortable, they have a wig or hairpiece, they now feel they can go out. They enjoy dressing up the wig and, you know, styling it. I get such lovely emails and messages saying, you know, it's changed my life and I love it. And people have just said, oh, your hair looks lovely. So they really love that someone's recognizing that they look different, but it's not going, oh, that's a great wig. They want to look like themselves. They don't want to feel like they're in costume.